Dude, what are you doing here?
I thought you were having a party.
Party?
I brought my speakers.
Did I forget about my party again?
Hey, Salsa Steve, going on adventures that you won't believe. Been around the world and back again. Don't miss, make sure that you're tuning in. Yeah, hey, good food, good times. Too much fun, so we can't slow down. Got that vibe, he bring that sauce. On the next flight, and we about to take off.
Alright, guys, we're ready to partay with
Homero.
DJ Plaziuz.
There you go.
Alright, so how you been, man?
Good, man. Just hanging in there.
Nice. How's it been the last couple days?
Oof. It's been rough, but oh well. I'm here. That's what counts.
What's up? Alright, so let's start in the beginning.
Oh shoot. What do you mean by the beginning?
Let's see. Let's do.
What do you want to know? This is gonna be a long interview. I can see it. I can sense it.
Alright, dancing.
Or
let's say life. Let's say life. Just like we're.
So, I'm Mexican. I'm from Celaya, Guanajuato, Mexico.
Celaya, Guanajuato. How you say it?
Yeah, Guanajuato.
Guanajuato.
You like Guanajuato?
So white right there.
Yeah, what?
Guanajuato.
Yeah, I got here to the U.S. when I was 11. That was like 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
No, I was 11. That was like in 96.
Nice.
It's been a while. So we got here in 96, and then here I am. How many years after? That's like 24.
Yeah, man, 24.
Damn, 24.
God, that's
a lot. I feel old.
Yeah.
I'm still 29, so. Yeah, man. But yeah, that was a long time ago.
Okay.
And then I remember.
San Antonio?
Yeah, San Antonio. We got here.
Oh,
to
wow.
San Antonio. I remember back in the day, I used to. I remember my mom used to watch this show from Venezuela called Salsa. No, wait. Sábado Sensacional. I don't know if you ever heard about that show.
Never heard of that.
So it was Jerry Rivera, Salserín, Oscar de León, and I'm missing someone. Oh, Servando y Florentino.
Mm-hmm.
So those were the salsa singers back then. And I remember my mom every Saturday was watching the same show. So that's how I remember this kind of music, you know what I mean? So now that I'm like in 24 years later, I remember all those moments.
Yeah.
Which is that I'm like, damn, that's a long time ago.
I think the only show I remember from when I was a kid, no, it's two of them. Don Francisco.
That's the other show. That was like late Saturday.
And also that one guy that's just like 1,000 years old, and he does like the
Chabelo?
No, bro. El Chavo el Ocho is another one.
Oh, El Chavo el Ocho.
And no, not that one. But talk about what's that guy? He does like the readings for like each month for like the signs.
Oh, Walter Mercado.
Oh, Walter, bro.
Oh, God.
Bro, you ain't Latino if you don't know Walter, dog.
Yeah, that was
What's his name? What's his last name?
Walter Mercado.
Walter Mercado, bro.
So now that you say Walter Mercado, he used to came out on Univision on.
Yeah, dude,
on,
that guy's bro. That guy's famous.
Primer Impacto. There you go.
Yo, Primer Impacto.
Yes, I remember.
Bro, tell me, bro, in my lineup, Primer Impacto had like the hottest women on there doing the news.
The first two.
Dude, they were all.
What was their name?
As a kid, that's all I could remember. Was like, all the news women were like super hot.
I'm trying to remember the names. Mirka de Llanos, there you go. That was one.
I don't remember their names.
And then the other one, now she's on Telemundo. What's her name? I don't remember the name. But yeah, the two girls.
That's funny.
But that was.
Remember, La Flaca y El Gordo?
Oh, El Gordo y La Flaca.
El Gordo y La Flaca? Yeah, that's another one I remember as a kid.
Yeah, but that was later.
That was later. There was also like another morning show that I remember.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I used to watch a lot of TV. Despierta América.
Despierta América.
I remember that.
Despierta América. I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember that. My mom used to watch a lot of TV.
Yeah,
they love Spanish TV.
I never liked Telemundo. I always used to watch Univision. I don't know why. It was so different.
I don't know.
But yeah, man, those were the days.
Those were the days.
Yeah, I feel old.
Yeah, man. I don't even know what's on Spanish TV now. I don't watch it anymore. I don't watch TV though.
Oh really?
No, dude. All I watch is YouTube.
Yeah, now I watch a lot of ESPN Deportes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, soccer. I'm always like,
what's your team?
Which one, soccer?
Well, you posted
Real
the
Madrid.
other day.
Real Madrid.
Huh?
Real Madrid.
Oh, Real Madrid.
Real Madrid and America from Mexico. Those are my teams.
Where? What's it?
Well, Real Madrid is from Spain, and then America is from Mexico.
America's from Mexico.
Yeah, that's the team I used to root for. Now it's like,
Nice.
And Spurs, that's not soccer.
Who are your favorite players?
Players like soccer?
Yeah.
Zidane.
Zidane.
Yeah, Zinedine Zidane. He's French.
Yeah.
Yeah, he won the '98 World Cup. That's my idol right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta look this guy up.
Yeah, this guy's the
Beast.
Well, who do you know, like soccer wise?
Messi.
Well, he's not like Messi. Messi's more. He's little.
Yeah, he's tiny.
And he has a lot of skills with the ball, like dribbling and everything.
Yeah.
The other guy was just I don't know how to explain it, man. It's like he used to do magic with the ball. I don't know how to. You gotta watch like a video so you can see for yourself.
Ronaldo's another one.
Cristiano Ronaldo is just fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's different. I don't know how to explain it, but when you watch one of those videos, you're gonna be like,
yeah.
this is different. It's like I don't know. I used to say magic.
I love watching like highlight films with soccer because you don't get to see too much highlights when you're watching a normal game.
Yeah.
You know,
the 90 minutes or
mostly just boring.
Or the 60 minutes, right? They just do 1 hour.
Yeah. No. I'm talking about just highlights.
No. Sometimes they're highlights, but 60 minutes. Instead of 90 minutes.
No, I'm talking about like just highlights. Like you just watch.
So which is like 15 minutes.
Like 15 seconds.
Oh no, yeah, but sometimes they have like
stick
a
them
whole
together.
match.
Oh yeah, those.
And sometimes they're 15 minutes, 30 minutes to an hour.
Sometimes they make those guys look like gods.
Yeah.
Dude, you watch 60 minutes
the ball's about to
You watch 60 minutes of highlights from Messi?
I don't know what I don't like Messi.
I don't know.
I stick with Ronaldo.
I follow my Instagram, so.
I don't follow the guy.
That's funny.
I stick with Ronaldo.
Okay, so Despierta America.
So that was
soccer.
And then I remember when I used to go to high school,
Mm-hmm.
I used to collect like CDs, like
Mm-hmm.
original ones. They were Mexican music, like banda, norteña, and all of that. So I had a whole case full of them, all originals.
Mm-hmm.
But one time they broke into my truck and they took them, and I was like, no. So after that, I didn't want to spend a lot of money on CDs no more. So what I did, I was just burning them.
Yeah.
Yeah, because before I used to hate on people burning CDs, but after that I was like, screw that, I'm just gonna burn them. So I had another new case of copies, and then eventually they broke into my other car and they took it. And then after that, I was like, nah, I'm done.
MP3, bro.
And then from there, that's when MP3 came into the picture. And do you remember Addis Galaxy and LimeWire and all that?
Oh, LimeWire, yeah, I used to have LimeWire.
I used to go there, then the dial-up, the
Morpheus,
internet.
yeah,
To download a song, it took like 24 hours.
Yeah, freaking Morpheus. Napster.
Well, I never used Napster because
Napster.
It was too pricey for me.
Bearshare.
Because I was a little kid.
It was free.
It was free.
I'm pretty sure it was free.
Because I remember some songs that were like 99 cents, which I was a kid, but I didn't want to spend that money. But I used to get music from there, so I had a whole library.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude.
Like low quality, but.
Dude, I was like, dude, my dad bought us a computer when we were kids, and dude, I'm so glad he did, because I'm a monster on a computer, dude. And I think it has to do because like I just been using a computer since I was like tiny.
Damn.
I was like less than 10, dude.
So you were a kid.
I was a kid, and we had a computer. My dad bought us like he didn't even know how to use it. He just like someone told him having a computer at home.
He went and bought it.
He just went and bought it. He's like, having a computer at home is like a cool thing. You know, like
yeah. Like it's like kids nowadays. They have an iPad.
Dude,
I'm just like, God damn.
Bro, I think Anastasia told me she's had a phone since she was like 9 or 10. Bro, these kids are like wizards almost.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, we're pretty good at it too, but
Yeah, they're pricey.
yeah.
Imagine a kid just. Bah.
Imagine
They got
kids.
insurance. I bet they got insurance.
They got to, bro. Imagine having 3 kids, each of them break their phone out every year. Bro,
How many kids do you have?
nah,
Oh, good.
no kids, man, not yet.
You're like, not yet.
But if you subscribe, and I got 1,000 subscribers,
He's gonna have his first kid. I'll be the padrino. I'm already offering myself.
I already got it, dog. My only kid.
You're like, I want a kid so bad.
Well, and my cat, my new cat.
Well, by the way, he has like 20 cats and
No,
3 dogs.
One cat.
One of them is Rambo, the other one's Terminator, and you'll get the pattern.
All Sylvester Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger roles.
And the other one's Jim Carrey. So,
Yeah. Jim Carrey's the oddball.
but he has another 4 outside. So I haven't met those yet.
Alright, so now you're in high school, you have CDs, you don't have CDs. Oh, now we're in the MP3 era.
Yeah, and then I started downloading music because I got my first computer.
Mm-hmm.
And then I remember me and my brothers used to take turns.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you get 2 hours, 2 hours, 2 hours. So we used to go there and play. What was the name of this? It was like Warcraft, something like that. But back then it was a different name. And then we used to play for 2 hours, and then we were just
Warcraft?
rotating, something like that. But it was a different name. And then from there, I remember, like, I used to play soccer in high school. So like most of the time I wasn't home. I was like either at practice or just playing with my friends outside.
Mm-hmm.
And then I remember like getting home like around 7 or 8. Xbox.
Yeah. So
For that 3
what games
hours.
did you play?
I used to play Street Fighter, Sonic, FIFA, and there was another one. I don't remember the other one, but it was only like 4.
Dude, I used to play almost exclusively only Halo.
I never liked Halo. It was.
I was a monster at Halo, man. I loved Halo.
My brothers used to play that a lot, but I was like, nah, that's not my thing. I used to just play FIFA for 3 hours.
Dude, I can't do FIFA, man.
But I remember I used to get home and be like eating something, play, and then all of a sudden I was like, oh shoot, it's midnight.
Damn, man.
And then go to sleep because you had to wake up at 6:30 to go to school.
God, I love those days, though, man.
Those were the days.
Miss those days.
We have no bills.
No bells.
No bills.
Alright, so Xbox.
And then after that, the Xbox. Well, I play soccer. Most of my time, my free time was just soccer. Soccer.
Yeah.
And eventually, well, I'm
Did
not
you go to
gonna say-
like parks and play and pick up games, or how did it work?
Yeah, it was mainly like during the school year. We were playing either when we were off season, we used to play at the park.
Mm-hmm.
But when we were having the season, we were just practicing. But we were like, I remember getting to school like around 8, and then we had athletics at 8:15. Boom, from 8:15 till 10. So we're running, we're playing soccer, we're warming up, and then after that we had all the classes throughout the day, and then after the classes, back to practice. So that was for about 5 months.
Okay.
So it was a lot. It was a lot of running, but I loved it. And that was every freaking day.
It's a lot, dude.
But I never played in a league. Like I never wanted to play in a league because I was like, nah, I think I'm gonna get hurt. And then when we have like the season, I want to be like at my best.
Mm-hmm.
But most of my friends, they were playing at a league, and I was like the better one out of all of them. But eventually, those guys started like coming up.
Yeah.
And that's when I was like, ooh, I need to play in one of those too. And then, so I remember my first year as a freshman. I'm not gonna say my friends sucked, but they weren't like good players.
Mm-hmm.
So it eventually started getting better and better. And then guess what happened? I failed one of my classes, so I couldn't play. And then those guys, they kept on playing. So they played like half of the season. I didn't play no games.
Damn.
I was just practicing, but I didn't play no games. So they already had rhythm and everything. So they were, and then I was like, man, these guys are getting better. So when I started getting my grades back to normal, I remember like half of the season I started playing. I was like so behind all of them. And I was like, man, this is embarrassing.
Yeah.
But the next year, the following year, that's when I was my sophomore year. I was like, nah, I gotta get back into this. But one day we were all practicing, and then the goalkeeper didn't show up. So they were like, hey, we need a keeper, and nobody wanted to be a keeper. And I was like, yeah, fine, I'll do it. So they were shooting and everything, and I started like diving and shit. And I was like, no. And everybody was like, oh, he knows how to play keeper? And I was like, well, I didn't know this. So they're like, no, we're gonna tell the coach. I was like, no, don't tell the coach. Like, this is just for fun. And then they didn't care. They went to tell the coach, and then the coach put me as a goalkeeper on my sophomore year.
Okay.
But I didn't want to be a goalkeeper, but I guess I was good at it. But I was like, you know what, man, let me see what happens.
I would think goalkeeper would be the coolest position in soccer.
It's cool, but
There's less running, you're kind of just watching.
yeah, but every time you make a save, you get all heat up, and then you want more. You're like, I want more, and then I don't know. It's like the adrenaline, like it hits you for like a minute, and you're like, so that's what like whoever does goalkeeping, like they love that feeling. And that's what I love about that, because you were stopping the ball.
Yeah, dude.
And you were getting up, like, give me another one. And then your players are like, no, hold on, slow down. Like, no, I got it. 'Cause you thought you were invincible. So that happened, and then I did it my sophomore year throughout the year during the last, I think it was the last, no. It was the last game of the season. I think I broke one of these fingers. I broke this one. My thumb. I don't know if y'all can see. I can play. So they went to playoffs, and they tried to put me as a keeper. They put me like a cast and everything. But I was just too afraid. Every time they were like kicking the ball towards me, like. So I ended up playing in a way, but we lost. And then the following year, I was like, nah, I don't want to be a goalkeeper. And then the coach was like, no, I need a keeper. And I was like, no, I don't want to be a goalkeeper. But I was already, like, my finger got, like, it healed and everything. So that my junior year, I came back, and then the coach was like, no, you're my keeper. So he kept me for about 10 games, keeper. And I was just like this. I was like, oh, my God. And I think we lost, like, 2 of them out of 10. So it was a decent season. So out of those 10 games, I remember, like, when we were about to go into district, he, before every game, I was like, Coach, am I gonna be a forward tonight?
Put me in, coach.
No, like, am I gonna be a forward tonight?
Put me in, coach.
He's like, no, go away. And I was like, Coach, please. He's like, no, get your stuff,
coach.
and then meet me over there. Meet me with everybody. And I was like, man, before every freaking game, I was asking the same question. So after 10 games, I remember I went, and I was like, Coach, can you please just give me one chance? And he's like, no, I already told you, like, you're doing good, just stay there. And I was like, no, just one game. This is the last game of the regular season before we go into district. Just one game. And I was like, I was so cocky. And I was like, just give me one game, I'll score 3 goals. Just for you. And then he goes, and he turns around, he's like, you're not gonna score. None. And I was like, 3. And then he goes like, nah, go over there and change, but you're still gonna be a goalkeeper. I was like, please. So I was begging him. And then the funny thing is that when I was walking out, he's like, Homero, come here. I went back, and then he's like, if you score 3 goals, I might think about it. If you can be a forward from now. I might think. He was just making fun of me. And then I was like, all right, how about if I score? No, wait, I'll go back. He said 2. And I said, how about if I score 3? I can stay as a forward. Then he's like, you're not going to score anything. If you get lucky, you might get one, but that's luck. And I was like, all right, you got yourself a deal.
That's funny.
So we started playing, I scored 4.
Man.
So every time I was scoring, I was going to the to that area where he was, and I was like, he was just pissed. He was just like,
that's funny. He lost his goalkeeper.
No. We had another goal, like a good keeper. He was just there sitting down most of the season. That's why I was like, just put that guy to play. No, he's not good enough. I'm like, he's good. You just don't want me to go as a forward. So anyways, to make it short, so I scored 4, and then he had no choice. So I started playing, and then every I think for the next I think it was like 5 games, I scored like 2 goals every game.
Nice.
So after the 5th game or the 6th, I don't remember. A little accident happened. I tore my ACL on my, was it right? Yeah, my right knee. And boom, season's over.
Dude, I hate hearing about those injuries, dude. I have so many guys that were good at sports, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, they take out those knees, and you know that ACL is like one of the biggest things that people in sports get. Like,
You can still
I
get
don't
back
care-
to normal, but it's not 100%. It can be 80%, 90%, but not 100.
Dude, nah, bro. Some
Because when I came back, I was faster than before, but I was lacking easy stuff like skills.
Yeah, dude, I could imagine, bro. I mean, dude, I think like every basketball player I know from high school, bro, ACL gone, bro. Gone.
Yeah, so I had surgery, everything. I came back, and then it wasn't the same. It took me a while to get back to not normal, but somewhat normal.
Running, that's rough.
Yeah, so I was doing rehab every freaking day, twice a day. And then my senior year, well, that was my junior year. So my senior year, it wasn't the same. So I remember I had my brace,
Yeah.
like the big one. And everybody was like afraid of like hitting me or something. And I was like, come on, hit me. But I only used that for about 6 months, I think. And after those 6 months,
Braceless.
Yeah, but still, it was right here. It was all mental.
I can imagine it probably is like that for a lot of people.
Oh yeah, like now, if I'm about to jump off something, like I think about my steps. So I'm like, how about if just my knee just breaks apart? You know what I mean?
That sounds awful, man.
Yeah, it's like let's say I'm on
When
a
my knee
stage.
starts to hurt a little bit, I'm just like, oh, yo, I got lay down for like the next few days, man.
It's like let's say I'm on, like when I DJ, I'm on stage most of the time. So like if I want to jump off,
Mhm.
I'm like, yes, I made it. So sometimes I think about it and I'm like, or every time I'm dancing, like I think about my steps. I'm not like I don't know, like I think something's gonna happen. But that's just one. 3 years later, I did the other one. I broke the other one. It was LCL and ACL. Those 2 of them.
ACL.
That was in a league, playing in a league. That was the first. That was the 3rd year playing in a league. Because I didn't want to play in the league, but when I graduated, all my friends are like, "Come on, bro, we need another player." And eventually, I gave in. I was like, "All right, let's do it." So after 3 years, boom. Another surgery. But on this one, I did more rehab on this one. Because I already had the experience with this one. And I was like, nah, I'm in this knee back to normal. So that was when I started dancing when that happened.
Oh, and you had this knee problem?
Yeah, the second one. So I remember like, that was back in 08. Like I broke up with my chick. And then after that, I was like, what the heck am I gonna do now? Like, what's next? And then she started taking salsa lessons, and I was like, I need to win her back, so I need to learn how to dance. Damn it! Because I was in a long
I
relationship.
need to win her back.
Yeah, I was like, that was a long
Salsa.
relationship. So I was like, man, I need to do something. And I remember my neighbors, they used to dance cumbia.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember we used to go to certain places, like with like family gatherings and everything.
Mhm.
They were dancing with everybody, all the girls and everything. I was like, man, they look retarded, but they're getting all the attention from everybody.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, I want to learn like that. Now I see them and I'm like, nah, y'all are basic. But back then they were like, phew.
Back then it was amazing. Everything's amazing back then.
Yeah. So I remember I asked one of them. I was like, hey man, teach me how to dance. He's like, yeah, we're gonna get together with my mom tomorrow. My mom can teach you.
Wow.
And I'm like, really? Yeah, just come on over, blah, blah, blah. And we were there. They were all having a little party. And then she was teaching me. So I remember that I learned. It was like about an hour. And then I learned a little bit, just a little basic. I was off timing, but I was still doing it. Yeah, and I remember I had a game the next day because I joined a new league. I think it was 6 versus 6 or something.
Okay.
So the lady goes like, if you want to come tomorrow, we can do it again. I was like, I got a game tomorrow. I was like, I just gotta see how I feel after the game. And she's like, yeah, let me know. So I remember I went to the game. I played. I really liked. That was my first time playing 6 versus 6. I'm like, damn, this is pretty cool. That was on a Saturday. So the lesson was on Friday. The game was on Saturday, and then I had the Sunday game. Like at noon. It was hot. It was in July. It was freaking hot. So that was Saturday. I played, and I had the other game on Sunday, and I went. And I was just there, blah, blah, blah. And then I just remember I went to go grab the ball from a guy. And then I tried to block it. And when I tried to block it, the other guy just put his knee right here. And then, like a little push, and then
No more knees.
I just remember I just went like this.
No. Oh.
Started hitting the ground. Like, but I automatically, I knew what it was. I was like, not again. I was just like, damn it. But this one was worse because it's LCL and ACL. I was just like, man. So right when I got up, when the pain went away, I remember I got up and I was like, oh, I cannot even walk. I was like, that's it.
What's the difference between LCL and ACL?
Well, it's lateral. One is lateral and the other one is
Oh my god.
the other one's the one in the middle.
So
What happened like this?
So
There's one right here.
Did you tear them? What happens? Do they rip?
No, you got 3.
Mm-hmm.
You got 3. You got one right here, and then you want. I think you got one in the middle. So I tore the one in the middle and the one on this side. But
So what do you do?
there's still tendons right here that they hold the knee, and then I still had the other one. So I remember like I was walking like this. You cannot even stretch.
That's rough, dude.
And then after that, I remember I still have my crutches from the first one. I just went home and then I went to go see the doctor, and the doctor goes like, "Yep, then this one's worse." I was like, "Ah,
gosh."
So I had surgery. Bye dancing. It was over.
It's over, dog.
No chick, no soccer.
Tough times.
I was just like, man, I had to overcome all of this. So usually they give you about 3 months on the first one.
Mm-hmm.
They give me about 3 months so I could start running. So it took me a while, but on the second one, after 3 weeks, I was running already. So I was pushing it hard on rehab and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So it took me like 3 weeks. I was running because I wanted to get back to normal. I wanted to dance. And I remember one time I was at the gym. I was like, oh. And I see all these like 2 buff guys. And I see these 2 guys, like buff guys. But I remember I used to have my earphones all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And that time I forgot my earphones at home. And I was like, man, I feel weird. Anyway, so I still went to the gym. And I see these guys speaking Spanish. And I was like, oh, speak Spanish. And they were talking about clubs. Yeah, they were like, Spanish? Oh, here. So they were just like talking crap to each other. They were brothers.
Mm-hmm.
And then they were talking about clubbing and girls and blah blah. And I was like, hey, I need to hang out with these guys.
I want a club. I want girls.
Yeah, because I was like, I need to hang out with this
Okay.
kind of people.
Your monkey brain.
It was like, or the little hamster in your brain.
Yeah, dude. That's so funny.
So they were there, and I started getting closer and closer, and then we started making conversation. They're like, yeah, bro, we go party, we know all these people, we did this, and I'm like, when are you going again? Yeah, we're going tomorrow. And then they didn't even invite me. I invited myself. Yeah, I'll see you guys there tomorrow.
Nice.
So I remember I show up to their house. They didn't want to go because they're like, oh crap, he's here.
He's actually coming.
He's actually coming. Oh man. And they ended up going, and they were just like partying, talking to girls, having a good time, and I was with my drink like this. And I was like, man, I need to learn all of this.
Dude.
They were talking to girls, they were getting numbers, they were getting Facebooks, you name it. And I was just like, blown. I'm like,
What?
and they're like, yeah, dance with that girl. I'm like, no, I'm gonna get rejected. No, man, come on.
Yeah.
And eventually, I was like, you know what? I need to learn how to do this. So I started asking the guys, like, hey, how do you do this? How do you do that? And eventually, I got good at it.
Okay.
That eventually, after a few months, I was dancing. I was talking to girls, and those guys loved me.
Dude.
And I'm like, yeah, let's party, bro. So I did it for about a year. And then after that, I remember that a friend of mine, we went to go dancing. She's Colombian. And then I don't like going to clubs by myself. Well, back then. That night, she showed up late. So I ended up going to Arjan's.
Arjan, what's up? Yo, I should get Arjan up in here.
Right? He's a good guy. So I went in, and I was sitting down, I was like looking all stupid on the table. And then I see like a white couple dancing. It was a ballroom. But they looked so perfect. Elegant. And I was just like, man, I need to learn how to dance like this. I was like, So I was waiting for that girl, and other friends started showing up, so I started sitting down with me. I started dancing with the girls. And then I asked one of the girls, hey, what do you think about my dancing? And then she's like, what do you mean? I was like, yeah, just tell me. So I'm trying to get feedback so I can get better. Then she's like, well, you're a good dancer, but yeah, you need to learn how to flow. I remember those words, and I was like, what do you mean flow? Yeah, you dance like choppy. Like she seems like, yeah, she's like, it seems like you're gonna go that way, but you ended up going this way. And I was just like, man, that was a slap in the face.
That was a something. You didn't learn how to flow.
Yeah, so one of the guys that knew how to dance salsa, because I knew how to dance a little bit of cumbia, showed up, and then I was like, hey bro, what do you learn how to dance? Oh, well, there's a place here in town, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to go check it out. I haven't been there in 2 months, but I'm going to go back. Do you want to go? I was like, how much is it? Yeah, well, just come on over. I think it's free for the first time. So I was like, yeah, just call me and let me know. And we ended up at Semenea.
Who was that? Is he still in the scene?
No, he's gone. We ended up at the old Semenea. That was like 3 locations ago.
Where was that at?
That was on 410 and Perry-Vital, I think.
410 and what?
Perry-Vital. That's in front of Cowboys.
Oh, okay. So that's way up there.
Yeah, so we went over there.
West side.
No, that's not west side. That's the northeast. That's 35 and 410.
Cowboy Lounge?
No, Cowboys. It's a hall.
Oh, the Cowboy Hall.
Yeah, lounge. I'm like, man.
Okay, never mind.
So, anyways, we ended up there, but to my surprise, well, I didn't know, but we went, and then there was this instructor being so rude, and I was like, man, this is how they teach. I was like, I don't feel comfortable. Mm-hmm. So my friend goes like, let's just finish the class, man. I was like, these guys are jerks. And then he's like, just finish it. I just found out something. And I was like, what? So we finished the class. We were stepping out, and I was like, bro, I don't want to come back to this place. He's like, nah, don't worry about it. This used to be Semenea. It's not Semenea anymore. And I was like, well, I don't know. What do you mean? What do you mean by that? He's like, no. The Lee Rios and this guy, they split up. So the guy that he was teaching, they used to be partners. But Lee, blah, 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 he's opening a new location, and they have an open house next week. Mm-hmm. Let's go. Now, like, how much is it? I think it was like $10, $12 to get in. And then I was like, yeah, I'm down. I was like, but if they do the same thing they were doing over here, I'm not coming back. Mm-hmm. No, those people are different, blah, blah, blah. So I remember I went to the open house, and I was there, and I was just watching, and everybody was dancing, and all of a sudden they had showcases. And I was like, cool. So several people were dancing, and I was like, oh, cool, they dance good. And then, boom, I see Eddie Garcia dancing with another lady, and they were going bachata. And I was like, oh my God.
Hey.
Eddie. Big Eddie.
Yeah, big.
So I was like,
Was it still big back then?
yeah, he was bigger. I love you, Eddie. I love you. And he knows.
Yeah.
So so he was dancing bachata like badass. So I was like, man. So I remember there was a guy next to me. I didn't even know the guy. And I was like, how much is it to join? And he's like, I think it's 50. And I was like, oh, so it's 50 like for everybody. And he's like, yeah, only for today. And I'm like, oh. I'm like, okay. So that's when Lee, the final showcase, the show, Lee and Maria, I don't know if you met Maria Falcon. They used to be partners, like
Maria Falcon.
like dancing ones.
I need to look her up.
Yeah, they so they started dancing and Lee started doing all this crazy stuff with his legs and everything. And I was like, oh my god, I need to go sign up.
I need to look like this guy.
I was like, I need to go sign up. So I just got up and then I went to the table and then I was like, where's the paperwork?
That's funny.
So they were like, oh, you want to sign up? I was like, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I was like, I don't know how much money I got on my bank account, but I'm still joining. So I joined and then the rest is history.
Man.
That was in 2010. That was 10 years ago.
Man, those first, man, like going to those classes, that feeling you get, like those nervousness and like, man, those open houses, you don't know nobody.
You don't know, but I just knew one guy. And then the person that I remember from that open house, I don't know if you met Raymond Mendoza. Like, no.
Yeah,
he was there. That's the only one I remember. Yeah, I remember because he was with a couple of people. And he was so happy that they were having the new location and everything. That's the reason I met Raymond. No, not Mendoza. Raymond Aguirre. Oh, Mendoza's from Austin. Like he's like in his 60s.
Yeah.
Yeah, Raymond. His glasses.
He's
Little. He's little.
Black guy?
Nah, he's Mexican.
Oh yeah.
So
He's always out at the socials.
Yeah, he's most of the time. Yeah, that's 10 years ago. And then from there, I just started taking lessons like twice a week for the next, that was in February, March, April, June, for about 3 months and a half. And then I just got so much info in my head that I was like, man, I'm just, every time I dance, I have like this cloud with all this info. And I'm just trying to just get it right. So I'm like, I need a break. So I remember that I was going to take like 2 weeks off, but eventually became like 4 months or 5 months. And when I came back and the studio was totally different. All the people that, well, when I took the break, there was a bunch of, like a new generation coming in. Like Chris Niven, you know, Niven. Who else came in? Victor Hernandez. He came in. There's a few more. So they came in and they didn't know anything about dancing. But that's when I took my break. I didn't know. Well, I met Victor first.
Man, that's funny to think about. Because Niven's so good at dancing, dog. Like,
yeah, but it took him a while.
Dog, I'm 100% sure, man. It's just kind of funny. It's like, you know, like, you could take someone who knows nothing.
Yeah, you start from nothing.
From nothing, dude. And then you just keep on it, you know? Like,
yeah,
that's like the biggest thing that people don't, especially like beginners, you know? They don't understand that. Like,
yeah, they want to get so good at it so fast. And
yeah, I'm like, dude, whoa, we've all been doing this for a long time.
And back then, bachata wasn't that big, so.
Oh yeah, but like, especially for like salsa. Oh, that's what you mean. Like salsa's it's a little bit harder to get better at.
Yeah, now they tried bachata, and now they're like, oh, I'm the king of the world, and they're like, no, you haven't tried salsa.
Yeah, dude. It's like, man, but like, you know, like, we just all been doing this for a long time, you know. Like,
yeah, salsa was the first choice, and then everything else. So people were like, no, I want to learn salsa, and then I'll go to wherever.
Lee never taught merengue?
Yeah, they had merengue, they had cha-cha, they had a bunch of different stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, pachanga and all of that.
Oh, okay.
And then, cause there were like different instructors that were doing different things.
Oh, gotcha.
So when I took the break, I came back and I see all these guys dancing better than me, and I'm like, damn, that was fast.
Yeah, dude.
So they were on a dance team and everything, and I was like, man, these guys are.
Dude, it's crazy what consistent classes do. Like, you go in classes like every week, you know, every day,
Yeah, so
every other day.
So after that, I just remember when I started dancing, I was like, I want to learn how to dance first, and then I'll talk to women.
Mm-hmm.
I want to concentrate in dancing, learn. When I feel comfortable, then I can start talking to women.
Mm-hmm.
So I see all these people talking to women, blah blah blah, and I was just like, hey, no, I'm just gonna focus. So when I came back, I started taking 2 lessons every week. And then everything else started making sense. Everything started clicking. And I was like, if you step this side, you can still do this. But if you go here, you can still do this. So I was like, So everything was flowing. I was still off timing, but the patterns.
I mean, you're still off time, dog, man.
Yeah, that was cold.
I'm sorry, man.
So everything was flowing, and I was like, cool. But I used to have a hard time like getting into the beat.
Yeah.
And then I was like, no, this is hard. But I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna focus on patterns that I never care about footwork because of my knees.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I don't want to get my knees tired before the fun starts.
Yeah.
So I was like, no, I'm just gonna do patterns little by little that I became so stiff. And it took me a while to just like get loose a little bit. So 2000, and that was late 2010. That was my first Red and Black. And then 11, 12, 13, I was just like, and it took me 2 years to go to my first Congress. Okay. Everybody like, come on, man, let's go. Like, nope, I'm not ready. Yes, you are, man. Just let's go hang out. Like, nope.
Dude, I didn't even know about Congresses when I started dancing. I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, my first one was CCSF.
CCSF?
Capital City. Capital City.
But in Austin? The old Austin Congress?
Yeah, that was the old one. And then my second one.
Who ran that one? Do you know?
That was, what's his name? Roy Hernandez.
Oh, okay.
I think it was Roy Hernandez. And then from there, my second one was Houston. And then my third one was Troy. Troy made one in Austin.
Oh, okay.
That was the international, what's the name of that one? Austin Latin International Dance Festival, something like that.
Yeah.
So that was back in 2013.
Nice.
And then from there, oh wait.
Did you ever perform?
Oh hell yeah, but I don't want to get into that part.
Anyways, what teams were you on, man?
Oh man, I forgot so many. I used to be a bad performer.
Oh, dude, yeah.
I used to be in Energy, Ritmo en Ellos, Menea, Ritmo Menea, and then which one? I think I'm missing one. And then the lady, that's joking.
Lady styling.
Lady styling.
Was really
bad.
bad.
I did a men's footwork team, and then the co-ed team, the beginners. I did a whole bunch. I think I performed like 6-7 times on stage, but I didn't like it, man.
It's a tough thing, man.
Because the thing about me is like when I started dancing, I was just social dancing all the time, taking 2 classes and social dancing, and then I started hanging out with Ramon. You know Ramon?
Yep.
The DJ.
Mm-hmm.
He I think he started back 2 years before me or 3 years, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So he was a dancer already. He knew how to dance.
Okay.
But like we started hanging out, and then we started like going to Austin, Houston, Dallas. So we were meeting a bunch of people. So we were known in Texas. So we used to walk to a freaking social, and they're like, "Oh, Homero and Ramon, hey." We used to go to congresses, and everybody was in the room drinking with us.
Yeah.
So I started meeting so many people. So when I started performing, because it took me like 3 years to perform. I didn't want to perform.
Yeah.
So when I started performing, I was about to perform on stage, and then I see all my friends making fun of me, like, "Come on, man, no la vais a cagar," and I'm like, every time.
Bruh.
They're like, "Oh man, oh, you suck!" You know, I was like, starting it out.
Tough.
Mother.
Tough.
So
Tough crowd, man.
Yeah, it was that, especially in Houston, because in Houston we knew so many people, and they were on the first 3 rows.
Yeah, dude, that's funny.
And then I remember one time I was about to perform, and then all I hear is like, "Is that Homero?" And I was like, oh my God, I don't know who that is, but let's just get it done.
Yeah.
So Houston and BIG. It was mainly Houston and BIG. I never performed anywhere else. Oh, and then one time in Oklahoma, Lee went to go teach and I was gonna go DJ, and supposedly Energy, part of the team, it was gonna go and perform, but they ended up not going. So me and then my partner, we ended up doing a solo.
How'd that go?
I don't know, man. I just closed my eyes. I just closed my eyes.
Video? Is there a video on the internet?
Yeah, there's a video.
Yo, Lee, you gotta pass me that.
There's a bunch of videos that people don't know.
Homero solo.
Don't search Homero on YouTube, please. Don't.
Homero solo on YouTube.
There's a bunch of videos of me on YouTube.
That's funny, man. We're gonna go look for them. All right, so how did you get to the DJ part?
To the DJ part, I remember we used to have. Well, they used to have, because I wasn't like part of the studio. Well, I was a student. They had the Tuesday socials. They used to be packed. They used to have like 80 people, 60 people every Tuesday for 2 hours. Because back then they had a bunch of generations that they were in love with the dancing. So they were taking it to the extreme. So those guys were practicing, blah blah blah. Now it's more for fun. So back then, I remember the DJ.
What do you think the difference was from back
The
then?
difference is that like back then, those people were doing it because they wanted to get good. So they were there for the long term. Now it's more for fun. Now they're like, oh, I just want to learn, talk to girls, and have a good time. And then if I mess up, I mess up. Before they were like, no, if I mess up, I'm gonna fix it. So they were taking privates. They were going everywhere, but think about it. Before, there was only like 4 socials in Texas, 3. It was the Seminole one every month. There was the Melody one, Melody, that was in Houston. That was the biggest one. That was like 500, 600 people every month.
Gonzo told me about that. He said it
only went
down.
once.
He said it was like the shit of the shit.
Oh, that was like
it was like a Congress every month.
Yeah, the first time I went, I was like, oh. And the first time I went, the reason I went is because Ataque en la Alemana were at Seminole. On a Friday, because I think they did the social on a Friday, and then from there they drove them to Houston. So me and Ramon were like, yeah, let's just go, man. So we went, and they were there, blah blah blah. They were just hanging out, having a. But I'm talking about 2013, late 2012. Ataque en la Alemana, they were famous, but they weren't that famous. They were just like this already. So they were like, every time they were doing something, they were just getting better and better and better. Yeah. So that was Rudy, DJ Tigre. He was there, I remember.
Yeah.
So I remember the songs he was playing that I was like, man, this is different. So I met Gonzo before all of that, and Gonzo was the main guy for that social. So I remember that's when the first time I went to go say hi to him. I was like, hey, what's up, man? And there's even a picture. I don't know if you saw it, like 2 months ago, like a month ago. I posted it. It was me and him. It was like a throwback. That was the Melody. That was the night I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so those guys were there. We walked in. Hot. It was so hot. And I was like, man, all these guys.
Good. Just
good. And I was like, Ramon, I love this, but man, who dances words? I need a beginner. And they like, come on, man. But he knew a few people, so he started like introducing to other people. And then I was like, I need a drink, so I had a drink, and then I started dancing with everybody. And then so that was the Melody, and then Seminole, that was the second one, and then they have Pura in Dallas, Pura Social. That was another big one. That was 3, and I'm trying to remember the other one. I think that was it.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, and then they had another one, but that wasn't a social. That was more of a club, Dallas nightclub in Austin. That was another 500 people there, but that was more of a club. So all the 4 major cities in Texas, they had a social, and I'm talking about the only one that it was weekly. It was the Dallas nightclub, but the other ones every month. There was you didn't have that many options. So I remember to Seminole, we used to have like every month all the people from Houston, a few from Austin, and a few from Dallas. So when we used to go to Dallas, some other people from Houston were in Dallas, plus San Antonio and Austin. It was like this. And then eventually, I remember when they started making socials. That's when Hector from Houston, he decided to make another social. And then I remember Oscar Martinez, he had another social before that. And then from there, Salomon made another one, and then Austin made another one, and then Dallas made two, and then and then everybody just. So now there's like 4 or 5 socials at once in Texas.
All right.
And weekly.
So you don't think it's gotten less people? You think it's maybe it's grown, but it's more dispersed?
Yeah, it's more dispersed.
Yeah.
There's still like the only city that from what I know the scene. Mm-hmm. Like for me, Texas is more like whenever they say like, oh, Homero's local in San Antonio, I'm like, no, I'm local in Texas, because I used to go everywhere. Plus, I work like in all those cities, so I consider myself a local Texas resident.
Gotcha.
So when I used to go to Dallas had 2 socials, and then Austin had 2 socials. Houston had 3 socials. So everything watered down in a way, but there was still a lot of people.
Gotcha.
And then Melody died out, and then everybody. This is the thing about Melody. I don't know if Gonzo told you. Melody, everybody was working. Everybody was doing like teaching, working, DJing, whatever, through Melody. When Melody disappeared, everybody just went on their own. So they started opening a social here, a social here.
Yeah, he told me that.
So Melody was gone, and all those people were doing their own thing, which is like Salomon, Oscar, and then Gabriel. I remember Gabriel used to teach there. And then the Houston Congress people, they started doing their own thing. Well, that was the Salsa Dura social. That was the name of that social.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of watered down. And then from there, I just stopped going to Houston. And then eventually I came back, and then it was just different people.
What's the biggest social?
The biggest social right now in Texas?
Texas.
Let's see. Because the one that it was big during the past 2 years that I was like, damn, it was the Central Social in Dallas.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I remember, like, I walked in the first time when they invited me to go play. I was like, this is the, I'm not gonna say the best, but this is the most packed.
Wow.
It was like
in Dallas.
It was like over 300 people.
This is a monthly thing.
It was. Now it's gone.
Oh, how about now? Now, something we can go to right now. Every month.
Every month, the Plaziuz social. Culture Beat, and then Salomon and Salsa Dura. Let me think. I'm thinking about all the ones. And then you got Seminea, you got Mambu Kurabu in Austin. That's a tough one, bro. I think they're in Dallas.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You got that many dancers? I've never even been to Dallas, so I don't know.
Dallas has, well, before they used to have like, well, now they still got good dancers, don't get me wrong. But before, whew, the time was like, and they were all male dancers.
Yeah?
Most of them. The girls, they were having a blast every time we were going to freaking Dallas. Oh my God, that guy.
With the Dallas dancer.
And then the other guy. It was like,
they got some good dancers out there. Like Johan's out there. Johan, I listen.
It was Johan. It was
Arturo.
Arturo. He came from Seducción with Robert Lay. So put it like this: Arturo was a baby back then.
Okay.
And then Johan was still a baby, but Johan, he still had a lot of talent. So Johan was part of Rodrigo and Selene, the Anormales.
Yeah. He's over there.
So all those guys on that dance team, they were ridiculous good.
You got the Unified on 2 guy. What's the Unified on 2 guy? Eder was on that team too.
Oh, from over there. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah, man. So I was telling you about the Anormales, which was Johan, Nestor, Marcus, missing one, Luis. Yeah, those guys were
nice. And all of them for Dallas.
All of them. And then from there you got, in Dallas you had Alex, you had Cliff. This is from the people that I remember back then. And then you had Luis Delgadillo. He's the organizer of the Dallas Congress, Salsa Congress. He's the baddest dancer, and a bunch of guys. So every time we were going to that lessons, we were taking girls. All the girls were like, "Oh my god!" Because every dance after dance, it was just
Amazing.
amazing. So when those guys used to come to Seminaria, I'm like, well, they were having a blast because all the girls wanted to dance with them.
Yeah. Nice.
So you had all those guys, and regarding to the follows, the best follows in Texas were in Houston because they have the biggest salsa scene in Houston. So that's when I started like looking at those guys, and I'm like, man, I need to get better. I'm like, how can I get better? So I started watching videos. I used to watch Solomon's videos back in the day. I don't know if you've seen it.
He has videos?
Yeah, he has. Well, there was a guy who used to record and he used to put them in YouTube.
Oh, gotcha.
He didn't get that many views till now, years after. But he was making some. Like, I remember his patterns were like, I was learning from Lee and Kenny, because Kenny was my instructor, and then Lee, but Lee was too advanced. So I was sticking to Kenny. And then, so Kenny, Lee, and then I jumped to Solomon. So Lee and Solomon, they were similar, but they were similar in a way, but opposite on something else.
Yeah.
So Lee used to do the reverse, blah, 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 blah. Kenny used to do the normal, blah, 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 blah. And then Solomon used to do the, like, behind the back patterns. So that was very dangerous. And I used to watch those videos and I'm like, man, I want to dance like, just like him, with a little bit of this guy and this guy. And then eventually I started watching more videos on YouTube, and then I started learning from Leon Rose.
Oh, Leon Rose.
Yeah, that guy is
one of the OGs.
Crazy patterns.
Yeah.
Crazy. So I had crazy patterns from Lee, Solomon, Kenny, and then now Leon Rose. So I was trying to put a little thing from here, and put it all together so I can like have a move on my own. So little by little I started grabbing little things. And then I remember from there I started learning from Terry.
Also Alonzo?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So Terry was like ridiculous, man. I still got a bunch of videos on YouTube. They're private, but I'm gonna make them public soon. They're crazy patterns, one-on-one. They weren't privates. He was just teaching me. Because I remember when I met him, like we were cool with each other. He's a cool guy. And then I remember
He's come to VIG a lot.
He came twice, I think. Twice or 3 times. No, I think twice. So he like so much respect to that guy. That guy, ridiculous good. Especially social dancing.
Yeah,
I remember the first time I was like, I'm gonna take a workshop. I walked in, he started doing all these things, and I was like, no, this is not for me. It was too advanced. So I remember when we crossed paths during the Congress, I was like, hey man, you gotta teach me those moves, but something better than that workshop. And he started laughing.
Yeah.
And then he goes like, yeah, anytime. I was like, let me grab a girl, and then whenever I see you, I'm just gonna grab you to the side. And I remember that he was outside, he saw me, and then he's like, hey, you wanna learn already?
Really?
Yeah, and I was like, oh hell yeah. He goes like, where's the girl? I was like, give me a second, I'll be right back. 1 minute. And I went inside of the ballroom and I was looking for a girl, and then Marcela, I don't know if you remember Marcela, you know Marcela Arango, Colombia.
I don't remember off the top of my head.
Amazing dancer.
Yeah.
So she used to be part of the seminary instructors. So she was there, and then come here, and she's like, why? I'm like, come here, don't ask. She's like, wait, and back then she didn't know how to dance that well in line. They used to dance more like the caleño stuff.
Yeah.
But she's a fast learner. So I was like, just come here. So I pulled her. We took her outside, and then she just froze. She's like, Terry.
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, you're gonna do certain moves with Terry, and I'm gonna record.
That's funny.
And then she's like, oh my god. So Terry started doing all his crazy things. And then he go like, let's do this one. So he started showing me a pattern. And I was like, no, do something more difficult. And then people started like watching and they were like, what the hell? And I was like, nah, no recording. It's for me. It's private. Stop. Like, I pay for this.
Put your phone down.
I was like, I pay for this.
You didn't pay.
So whenever he was finishing a pattern, I was like, yeah, one more difficult. But I was just pushing him so he could show me something better. So I remember he showed me 4 that till this day, I still don't know.
It's because they're saving your phone along with all those other videos on your phone.
No, I practiced them, but after that, they're too difficult. So you need certain girls that know how to follow.
That's the one thing that gets me upset about learning two difficult turn patterns. Like, dude, there's only certain people that can follow these. Like, very special follows that can like follow some of those hard patterns.
Yeah, they're hard. So I have all those videos. Oh, and then I'm missing another guy, African Jet.
African Jet.
That's the other one. That's Tarek from Italy. Well, he's from some part from North Africa. I forgot the country, but they live in Italy. So African Jet was crazy patterns, but fast patterns, like Tropical Jam, right? He does all the fast things.
Yeah.
He does this. I'm not gonna say the same thing, but that fast. Hand tosses, 10 drops, and I was like, whoa, can you do that again? And I was like, man, you gotta teach me this. He's like, anytime you want. So I remember one time during a Congress, I bumped into him. I grabbed one of my friends and I was like, come here, we're gonna get some badass patterns.
We get some badass patterns right now.
Ooh. And then she's like, I was like, mind your own business, just come here, you'll be happy. So we went to one of the ballrooms. I think it was like Kizomba. Well, we didn't have Kizomba back then. So the Kizomba room, whatever, there was nobody there. So started teaching me all these crazy moves, and I was like, oh my God. So I learned a lot of things.
I never heard of this guy.
I learned a lot of things from that guy because his patterns were fast, but if you learn them, you can make them slower.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
So that's what I did. I learned a lot of crazy patterns. I don't do them anymore because sometimes I just forget.
Oh.
But if I go back to the videos and I watch those videos and I'm like, I remember this.
I'm gonna bring this one back.
Yeah, exactly. So
I love doing that.
And then from there, the other one, it was Mika. I forgot his last name. Mika something. This guy was like this. Like he was doing his patterns like neck wraps and then over the head, and I was like, what the hell? So I got all this crazy from here, and just put it together. And then from there, I kept on watching videos and everything, taking classes, and that's when the DJ thing came into the picture. And I forgot about my dancing.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't learn this. So that's a whole different topic, but
So what happened?
So I learned all of this. Let me go back. So I learned all of this from 2010 to 2014, right? But one day in 2012, when I was still dancing, one of the DJs didn't show up to a social.
The Manana social.
It was a Halloween social sponsored by Red Bull. I remember that. We had a bunch of Red Bull everywhere.
Yeah.
And I was drinking that stuff like water. And I remember I showed up to the studio because I used to help them. I offered myself to help them. So that time I showed up early. And then Lee goes, hey, do you have your computer? And I was like, I don't know. Why? Just go check in your car if you have your computer. And I was like, I don't know, let me see. So I went to my car, I opened my trunk and my computer was there. And I was like, yes. So I walked in and then he's like, how about Ramon? Is Ramon coming? And I was like, I don't know. Text him, call him. So I called Ramon. I was like, hey bro, can you bring your computer? He's like, what's up? I was like, I don't know. Lee wants to know if you bring your computer. You can show up a little bit earlier. He's like, oh, okay. So he showed up with his computer and then Lee goes like, all right guys, the DJ's not showing up, so you guys are playing.
Hey!
Bros, we're like, what?
Get split it.
Yeah, 2012. Because 6 months before, they gave us the chance to play from an iPod during the Tuesday socials. So I used to play 15 minutes, Ramon 15 minutes, and the other DJ like the rest of the social. So that's how we started like playing music, blah blah blah. And then when he gave us that chance, it was Halloween, so I put my costume on and everything.
That cumbia went on, dog.
No, I was playing. I was playing music that I thought it was good music, but they were too fast. I didn't know anything about tempo. I didn't know anything about quality. They were all YouTube ripped. By the way, don't rip music from YouTube. The quality sucks. Anyways, So I didn't know how to connect the speaker. All I knew is how to fucking like turn on my computer. And then open the iTunes and then press play. That's all I knew. So I started playing. Ramon started playing. Some people were dancing, but they were just looking at us like, "Hey, slow it down." But we didn't. I was like, "That's a good song." Yeah, but it's too fast. I was like, "No, it's not." And I was like, so that made me think. And then after that, I was like, I gotta go home and learn about all of this.
Yeah.
So I was like, nah. Anyway, so that we finished that. We made a mess.
A mess.
It was a complete mess.
Was that bad?
Yeah, it was bad for us. Maybe people were dancing. Some people were complaining. They had no choice. But for us, we were like, man, this is ridiculous bad. Like we were sweating. I had a costume on, and
I don't think people understand like the responsibility of.
you're under a lot of pressure.
Like, you know that whole, especially every single time like the fucking music cuts off, dude. Everyone looks at you like, what is wrong with you? Like they don't understand. It's like it's a lot of pressure to keep the party going.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and at the like I don't know, man. It's a lot more than people think. Dude.
Yeah, because remember, when you're DJing, you're under a lot of pressure.
Mm-hmm.
One of them, let's say a social. I'm not going to talk about a club. Club is social. You're under a lot of pressure because they're so different people. Some people want to listen to salsa dura. Some people want to dance to salsa romantica, and then you got the bachateros over here, the traditional ones, and then you got the sensual ones, and then you got the ones that they just want to listen to salsa from the 80s. So you play for them one and they're happy, but now you move to the other one and they're happy. But guess what? You forget to play for them. And you keep rotating because it's a cycle. So you keep moving on, and these people are looking at you like, bro, where's my song?
Where's my sensual?
And you're like, oh, let me play it. Hold on. So you play it, and he's like, no, I don't like that one. I'm like, I like Soul Tricks. I'm like, cool. So you play Soul Tricks, and they're like, no, but not that one. I'm like, which one do you want to listen to?
Only Soul Tricks.
And no, I wanna like something more new from Soul. I'm like, okay, cool. So I never heard that one. I'm like, oh God. I'm like, so you try not to lose it. And then you play for them for a little bit, and then you go back to the salseros, the hardcore salseros, the mambo people, let's say that. You start playing for the mambo people, and then all of a sudden you move to the salsa romantica. You start playing from them, and then one of the mambo people, they're gonna come up and be like, bro, that was a weird song. And you're just like, okay. So all those little comments at the moment can destroy you like this. Because you're trying to please everybody.
I guess I never even really thought about it because I say my comment, but then like I don't realize that you're getting comments from everyone that walks by.
Not everybody, but there's people that feel comfortable with you.
Yeah.
Especially your friends. This is something I learned from another DJ a long time ago. He's like, hey bro, don't, like, whenever you play, who cares what your friends say? Like, they're still gonna be there for you because they're your friends.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you care about all those people that you don't see in the back.
Yeah.
Like, you play for those people. You forget about all these people. These people, eventually they're gonna talk crap, but they're gonna end up dancing. Yeah. And they might say that they don't like this song, blah blah blah, da 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 da.
Like, you kind of play for the crowd.
Yeah. So that's when I was like, well, my friends are the ones making me look good for the other people. You're like, no, they're making you look cliquish. And I was like, why? He goes like, cause yeah, as an outside person, if I walk in, I see all these people around the table, around the DJ booth, I mean like, oh look, all the groupies, all your friends. So they're just your friends. So those people, they're afraid to get close to you because you have like this boundary of people. Mm-hmm. And I was like, so it made me think, and I was like, no, you might be right.
That's a big thing, especially because we're kind of cliquish a lot.
Yeah, and that's part of life. Everybody's gonna do whatever. Everybody's gonna go where they feel comfortable with.
Correct.
So you're like, oh, my friends are not going. Oh, I'm not going either. Good.
It's just
nothing will happen.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes you have like a click over here, another click. But let's say all those clicks they start opening up. just to dance with everybody, it would be like amazing.
Yeah.
But that's hard to make it happen.
It's hard.
Because, you know, people and their egos, and some people don't like this person, and that person doesn't like that person, because that person did this to this person, and the friend of this person.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. So that's something you do, like, just go, just roll with it.
All right. So now you got the DJ at the Red Bull event. Now, then what happened?
Then
It didn't go too well, and then what happened?
And then we just kept on playing on Tuesdays for the next 2 years.
Okay.
1 year and a half.
Just on Tuesdays?
Yeah, just Tuesdays. Like the Saturday social, they had the main DJ. He was like DJing all the time.
Who was the main DJ?
Kenny Del Toro.
Oh, the teacher.
Yeah, he was
Okay.
a DJ. He was a DJ O2.
DJ O2.
Yeah, like oxygen.
Okay.
And then, so we did that for like a year and a half, and then eventually Kenny moved out of town,
Mm-hmm.
and then there was no DJ. So that's when Lee, I remember me and Lee, we used to drive to Killeen, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
He had another seminary over there on Wednesdays, so he used to teach every Wednesday, and I was working the door. I was like checking in people and everything. So I remember we used to go back and forth every Wednesday for about a year and a half. So I remember one time we were driving. No, wait. On a Tuesday, I remember on a Tuesday he found out Kenny left. So I think he was drinking with a couple of people, and then he reached out to me. He's like, "Hey, have you ever thought about being a real DJ?" I still remember his words. And I was like, "What do you mean a real DJ?" He's like, "Have you ever thought about just like taking it serious?" And I was like, "Not really." He's like, "Well, guess what?" I was like, "What happened?" "Well, this happened, blah blah blah, and now this is your chance. If you want to take it serious, I'll find people so you can train, so you can get better, and then take it serious. And eventually you're gonna make money here, make money over here." And when he said money, I was like, "Oh, I'm in." No, I'm just joking. No, I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." And I was like, "But not really. I don't wanna." It's a job that you're under a lot of pressure, and every time you mess up, guess what? They're gonna blame you. And I was like, and last time Halloween 2 years ago, it was a mess. It took us like 2 hours to turn on a speaker, bro. 5 people.
Yeah, but
It was me, Angel Santiago, Ramon. It was Ruben, and I forgot who the other one was. Till Lee showed up, because Lee went to his house to go change, and when he came back, like, "Yeah, is this cable?"
yeah.
We're like, "Oh my god." So anyways, I was like, "Nah, no thank you." And he's like, "You know what? Just think about it. Tomorrow, let me know." So I went home, and I didn't go home. I went to my ex-girlfriend's house.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was just thinking, and we were watching TV. She's like, "What's wrong with you?" I was like, "Well, Lee told me this," and then she looks at me and she's like, "You should do it." And I was like, "Nah, I don't really want to do it." And then after that, she's like, "Well, if I were you, I will take it, because guess what? You might not know where that is gonna take you. Take it as a career." Because back then I was working for Seminary. I was doing the marketing and everything, and I was just like, I don't know, but go to sleep. Kept watching TV. The next day I woke up, and then I met up with Lee, and then we were driving. He's like, "So what's up? What's your answer?" So I was like, "You know what? Let's do it. Let's see what happens." He's like, "All right, well, let me find a good DJ so you can get trained." And he started throwing me all these names, and I was like, "Yeah, I'll see what I can do." And he's like, "Just keep playing. Keep downloading music. Get music. I'm gonna give you music." He gave me his whole collection. So it was a bunch of music from like all over the freaking hard drive. So I merengue, right? No, it was a little bit of everything.
2 terabytes of memory.
So I remember I had a whole month to learn certain things about connecting stuff and blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
And then a week after that, he went to Detroit, I think,
Mm-hmm.
with Mark Brewer. He had like a festival, and he met this guy, DJ Cisco from Nicaragua.
Mm-hmm.
So he met this guy, DJ Cisco, and he came back and he's like, "Bro," I was like, what happened?" "You should go and listen to this guy." And I was like, "Who?" "It's DJ something. He's a big guy and he's amazing." And I was like, "Well, give me a link. So that way, but Cisco didn't have any links. So he's like, I'm gonna get you the info. Why? Just give me a few days. So he reached out to him. I just found out like a couple of months ago because Cisco told me. I didn't know Lee reached out to me because Lee came back to me and he's like, oh well, Troy gave me his link to his profile, blah blah blah. Just add him and then from there just make a conversation and ask him if he can train you. And then I was like, okay, cool. So I added him and he had a few mixes and I was like, oh, nice. And then now, like a few months later, Cisco told me like Lee reached out and he told him like, hey bro, I had this guy, so help him out, blah blah blah. And I didn't know that, but Lee never told me.
Yeah.
So the guy, I reached out to him. I was like, bro, I like your mixes, blah blah blah. I was like, Lee came and Lee, when he goes to festivals, he doesn't dance that much because he's tired. He wants to just hang out with people. But he said that night he danced from beginning to the end. And he said that it was like a novela because you were bringing the music up and down and there was a lot of emotions on every song. And you kept the crowd going all the time on like all your set and then he loved you. He's like, thank you bro, blah blah blah. And then he was like, yeah man, so what do you like? And we started making conversation. And eventually he became my mentor. Like most of the stuff that I learned about salsa, it was through him. Okay. It was more about selecting music. It wasn't about mixing. It wasn't about scratching. None of that crap. It was just strictly like just selections. It was how to the transition between a song and another song. Like if you're going too slow, don't go too fast on the next one. So just make it a flow. Make a flow. Make the music flow. That sometimes you get excited and you play whatever and then you kill the flow. And then after that, he goes, after you learn that, you're gonna learn how to create energy. When you create energy, you can play with people's emotions. You can make people cry. You can make people break up. You can make people buy you drinks all night. Like, you know, like really? He's like, yeah, man. He goes like, after that, you're gonna learn how to. When you learn how to create the energy, then you create a vibe. When you create a vibe, everybody, you own the party. And I was like, man, I don't know what the hell you're saying, but let's do it.
It sounds like a monk.
Yeah. Right?
Yo.
Like,
yeah. Sounds like something from Avatar.
Yeah, so that guy started training me from far away. You're like, I'm gonna train you, blah blah blah. I'm gonna go to Texas, and I remember he came like 7 months after we brought him. He gave me a bunch of music. They're like, here, bro. He gave me like, I think like 400 gigabytes of salsa.
Wow.
And now like, and then he started playing music at the social. And what's the name of that song? I don't know. It's on the hard drive. Go find it. He still treats me like crap.
Yeah.
Yeah, he pushed me. He pushed me to my limits when like when I was about to select music. He's like, nah, it sucks. Even though it was a good song, oh, it sucks. That doesn't flow. And I'm like, bro, really? No, it sucks, bro. Change it up. And he was playing all this music that I never heard. Now, what's the name? It's on the hard drive. Just look for it. He never gave me the names of the songs. He goes like, you gotta put some work into it. You want everything just like that? And I was like, no, I just want the names. Just give me a name. You play 20 songs, just give me one name.
That's funny.
He's like, no, it's there, it's there. So eventually I started digging into that hard drive. And I started finding the songs. And then every time I was finding the song, I was like, oh, is it this one? He's like, Mato, you found it, you sucker. And I was like, well, that was like 2 years ago. He goes like, it took you 2 years. So after 2 years, I found out, well, it clicked.
After 2 years?
After 2 years of listening to that hard drive.
Oh, like all 400 gigs?
No, 3 years. Three, like almost 4.
It takes a long time to get.
Because I've been DJing for 6 years.
Gotcha.
So it took me like three to 4 years, something like that. I was going through because it's an external hard drive that I put it on my new external hard drive, which is like 10 terabytes. So I was like, let me go back because it was strictly salsa dura, and an old school bachata, but salsa dura, mambo, like hardcore. Because when I started, that's what I wanted to play. And that guy goes like, nah, stay away from this. Stay away from mambo. Stay away from mambo.
Stay away from mambo.
And I was like, why? Everybody's playing it. He goes like, exactly. You don't want to sound like the rest. Stay away from mambo, and then play salsa dura, but don't play as hard. And I was like, no, bro, I want to play salsa dura and Tito Puente and all of that. He's like, no, stay away from all of that. You don't need it right now. So I listened. So After 4 years, I went back to the hard drive, and I was just going through the folders, and I started listening to all of them. And I'm like, man, he gave me a bunch of trash. I went back to him, I gave him a call, and I was like, bro, you gave me a bunch of crap on this external hard drive? He's like, yeah, that was my trash bin. I was like, oh my God. He's like, it took you 3.5 years to find out. I was like, oh, you're so bad. He's like, yeah, man, like everything I was deleting, that's the folder I gave.
Gave it straight to you.
He gave me garbage. But don't get me wrong, there was a lot of good garbage. I found a lot of good garbage that he didn't even know it was there.
Nice.
So I don't touch that folder anymore because I don't play that. I can play a few songs, but it's not my style anymore. Before it was just like salsa dura, salsa dura, salsa dura. And he was like, tone it down, bro, tone it down. When I toned it down, I went to romanticas and he's like, no, that's too soft. I was like, bro, so what? He's like, no, bro, you need to just make it like of your own. And this is what I remember. He used to talk crap about my romanticas. Now he's in love with all the romanticas. Everything changes.
Bro.
So when he told me not to do hardcore, not to do too soft, that's when eventually, I don't know if I did it about thinking, but I don't know how I play, but from what people tell me is that I'm like more of a mid-tempo guy. I don't go too hardcore. I can go romantic, but I don't put you to sleep. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's the thing about romanticas. I think they put me to sleep, dude. Like some.
There's a lot of salsa romanticas that they're not to dance, they're to listen.
There's a lot of salsa.
And some DJs, they play those music. I like that music, but sometimes I'm like, that song is not for this.
Yeah.
That song is to put it on the radio and then just jam to it because you cannot even hear the beat.
Gotcha.
But those are the things that I became without even knowing a mid tempo. I can go play mambo. I can go and play romanticas, but I always keep myself in the line. So now people are telling me like, hey, bro, now. No, well, they don't tell me that I didn't have a vibe, but now they're like, bro, every time I walk in and I hear the music and I feel the vibe, I already know it's you because of the mid-tempo thing.
Gotcha.
Because I don't even know I was doing it. It was just something that it was just coming up.
Just starting to come out. Gotcha.
Yeah, and then eventually when I learned that whenever you need to play mambo, you play mambo, and when you need to play romanticas, you need to play romanticas. If it was for me, I would be playing romanticas all night because I love romanticas. But guess what? I don't play for myself.
Gotcha.
That's what all the DJs do. They always play for themselves. They're all doing this and and I'm like, bro, you're a DJ, man. You're not supposed to be dancing. Like here and there, you can go out and dance, but hey, don't make it too obvious.
Gotcha.
Because when you make it too obvious, you're giving people are seeing that and they're gonna be like, look, he's playing for himself. Because guess what? It might be a really good song, but guess what? That crowd doesn't like that song.
That's a good point.
So now they're gonna be talking crap about you. And so that's something I learned. And when I DJ, sometimes I do this like very subtle, but I see all the DJs and that's cool. But guess what? They're playing for themselves. So maybe if you're playing at a social for let's say 2 sets, 2 hours, and you're playing for yourself most of the time, maybe for 30 minutes people are digging your style and they're like, oh, this guy's good. But after those 30 minutes, boom, they're like, hey, change it up, man.
All right. So where'd you get the name DJ Plaziuz?
DJ Plaziuz. Back in 2008 when I used to work with my dad. We used to work, we had a construction company. And we used to work for a general contractor, and it was called Titus. So I remember I used to like every time we're getting the check, it was Titus. And then one day they made their logo like general contracting, Titus. And then I was like, I asked the owner, I was like, how do you pronounce that name? He's like, Titus, the god of blah 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 da da da. And I'm like, oh, Greek. Yeah, it's Greek. How do you know? Like, well, the way it sounds. And I remember I told my dad, I was like, imagine that name, Dad. When we have our own big company instead of Plaziuz. And then he's like, shut up, man. And I was like, Plaziuz.
That's funny.
So that's where I thought about that name. So when we did our first social at the Halloween thing, I had a BlackBerry. and I was updating because I don't know if you remember back then we used to update Facebook through text.
No, I don't remember that, dude.
You remember that?
Nah, dude.
Yeah, I remember. I had a BlackBerry and I used to go on the text.
Well, I didn't have when Facebook was first out. I didn't have a smartphone.
No, I didn't have a. Well, that wasn't smart.
But BlackBerry was a smart-ass phone.
Well, I had the.
I had like a Razor.
Well, yeah, you're right. So, anyways, so I remember I went to my BlackBerry and I just went on a text and boom, and I was like, let me update my status. I was like, what can I put? And I was like, all right, I think I got it. So I went and I was like, DJ Plaziuz in the house.
Hey.
I just left it like I didn't get no likes.
I
had like maybe like 20 friends.
all 5 likes.
Maybe I had like
Mom,
20.
my dad.
No, I have no family on my
Me.
Facebook. I only have my sisters and brothers. Other than that, no, I blocked them. I don't want them to see what I do.
Gotcha.
You know, parents, they're like, oh, lo que está haciendo. It's not that we do anything wrong, but I don't want my parents to be like preocupados por mí.
Gotcha.
There you go. So, anyways, so I did that, and then when Lee gave me the when he asked me about becoming a DJ, he's like, come up with a DJ name. And I was like, damn, that's gonna be hard. And he go like, just something unique. Okay. And I was like, DJ Homero? And he's like, nah, bro, like something that's gonna stand out. He goes like, DJ O2 Kenny, that stands out. DJ blah 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 from here, blah 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 from, or Cisco. I was like, what the hell is Cisco? He's like, I don't know, I just thought about that. He said Cisco without even knowing the guy. So I was like, oh, let me think about it. And then I was like, let me get to my computer and I'm gonna scroll back 2 years to find whatever I put on the status. So I was like, it took me like an hour to go back. And I found out, DJ Plaziuz, I got it. I sent him a text, I was like, bro, DJ Plaziuz. How the hell do you pronounce that? I'm like, I don't know. You could go ahead. So when he gave me no, some people they call me like that. Plaziuz. Some people call me DJ Plaziuz, and I'm like,
that one's not too bad either.
Like Palacios.
Yeah.
Plaziuz, I'm like, or some people that don't even know how to say it, and they're like DJ Plaziuz.
Plaziuz.
I'm like, nah, Plaziuz, say it with an accent, Greek accent. So I went back, I gave him the name, and he's like, how the hell do you pronounce that? I'm like, I don't know, bro, well, I'll find out.
Okay.
Where do you get it from? I'm like, I don't know, it's Plaza in Greek. Or Roman, I don't know. And then he's like, okay, fine. So when I got the first, I got my first social,
Mm-hmm.
it was me and Ramon, or was it me by myself? I don't remember. So anyways, we went, he was about to announce me. He's like, oh, we got our new DJ, blah, blah, blah. DJ Plaziuz what? And I was like, oh my God. It took him like maybe like 4 socials to get it right.
That's funny.
And eventually we got it right, and I started doing it, I started learning. And then the cool thing, when I started, I was so hungry about it. I was so motivated that I started asking everybody, hey, I can DJ for me, I can DJ for me. Hey, you. And I started like asking, and some promoters, they told me yes.
Nice.
So I remember the first 3-4 socials, they didn't give me anything. But I was in Houston. I was in Austin. And then the second time I was like, hey, give me at least for gas. So they were giving me like $50. I was going to Houston, like play 1 hour, 1 hour and 15 minutes, but I was getting paid to DJ.
Yeah.
So the first one they gave
exciting at first.
yeah, and then the first one that gave me the first chance, it was Oscar Martinez from Houston.
Nice.
He goes, hey brother, you want to play myself? Hell yeah! I was like, I'm down. And then from there, the second was I think it was Solomon, and then I was just going back and forth Houston, and then I started going to Austin, and then I remember the first few times, since I wasn't getting paid that much, I was like, I need to come up with a game plan. I go, I offer my services, they see that that I'm easy to work with, and then from there I can start charging a little bit more. So the first one was free, second one 50, third one 100, and I stick to 100 for, I would say, like about a year. And right when my name, it was already out there, I'm not gonna say like everywhere. Some people, they were like, oh, that's Homero DJs. So that's when I was like, okay, let me crank it up. So I started like increasing my price.
Gotcha.
And at some point they didn't want to pay more because they're like, no, it used to be $50. I was like, not anymore. But guess what? I started like buying stuff, like gears, speakers, blah blah blah. It's not like I was carrying them all the time.
Dude.
It's an investment. And then when I got my first controller, because I used to play from
And then all those stickers you have on your controller.
and then that's another story.
With the logo.
And then let me go to that part. So so that happened. That was from February till freaking July. No. Yeah, July. Second BIG? No, third BIG.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been working with BIG and Lee and Oscar since day one. So I remember we went to Houston. It was like 3 weeks before the Congress. They were making the final lineup for this, for that, blah blah blah. So we're over there. Georgette's teaching. We're over here on the side. We're working, and then so I ask Oscar, and I was like, hey bro, so I want to ask both if I could DJ, but I was like, nah man. Deep inside I was like, it's too soon. I'm like, I've been DJing for 5 months and I want to Congress already. I'm like, no, but I was like, So they were there, and then I was like, hey, so give me the names of the DJs, because I was working on the room list. And I was like, give me the name of the list, give me the name of the DJs. And he's like, okay. So he started throwing me names. Mm-hmm. Gonzo. And I was like, how many are you going to have? And then he's like, I think we're going to have about 6 or 7. I'm like, cool, I need 3 more. Boom. And I was like, you're missing 1. but I was I'm missing 1.
He's like, bro,
but I was waiting.
There's only 6.
I was waiting for the right moment to ask, but at the same time I didn't want to ask because I didn't want to get rejected.
Gotcha.
Or I didn't want him to come up with an excuse.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I think you're missing 1, and then he's like, oh, you, and I'm like, and then Lee just looks at me, and I was like. And then he's like, take it.
Yeah.
And I was like, am I getting my own room patch? No, and then so he gave me that chance, and then because I had 2 options. I was like, I'm gonna ask Lee. If Lee says no, I go to Oscar.
It's like mom and dad.
Exactly. So he was like, if I can ask Lee, and if he tells me no, okay, I go to Oscar.
Mm-hmm.
And then if both of them tell me no, I'll see what I can do. But I was like, there's gotta be a way I can play, and that I'm gonna play. And then Gonzo was the main DJ for that. And I remember he used to tell me like, bro, those songs sound horrible because they were YouTube rips.
Oh, gotcha.
I had the music. Well, no. Francisco came like maybe 3 months after when he gave me the music. Mm-hmm. So there were songs that I was finding on YouTube, and I was playing at freaking Congress. Mm-hmm. I had like freaking 700, 900, maybe 1,000 people. I don't know, like in front of me, full, like the whole room full.
Man, what's that feeling like, man? That's a.
I was
Did you get like one whole set? Like a whole
yeah, I get a whole set, and but I was I wanted it to prove a point. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it was good or bad, but I was like, this is the music that I'm gonna play, and I'm gonna play different than all these guys. Because the thing about me is like whenever there's a DJ next to me and I see how they work, I always pay attention. Either they're doing good or bad. I'm still paying attention. If they're doing bad, I'm like, okay, so these are the things that I don't want to do.
Okay.
But when they're doing good, I get close and I'm like, hey bro, I like your music. That's awesome. How do you do that? Do you mind if I stay here? So I was always hungry, and I was always like, hey man, what's up? My name is blah blah blah. And some DJs that were assholes and everything, but some DJs they really like that somebody was like giving them a compliment.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So I used to just watch. So when I went to my first Congress, Gonzo to me was like, pew. It was like the pow pow pow, top of the top. So everything Gonzo was playing, whew,
Fire.
Yeah. So I was like, I want.
Gonzo been doing this a while too, right?
Yeah, he's been doing it maybe since like 5 years after I freaking started dancing. I don't know. Well, he used to be a musician, so he has a lot of background in music. So he has a lot of knowledge.
Yeah.
So Gonzo, I was like, man, I want to be like Gonzo, but at the same time, one day I want to be better than Gonzo. Because Gonzo, every social in Texas, well, most of them, he was the main guy. Always. So Gonzo over here, vinyl. Gonzo over here, not vinyl, but over here. He used to cater to so many people. Everybody in the scene, they were like, Gonzo. And I was like, one day I want to be like popular like him, but I want to be better than him. But at this point, I want to be like him. So he came out with his logo. See his logo, right?
Yeah.
So he came out with his logo, and I was like, man, this is amazing. That was before I started DJing. When he came up with the logo, and I was like, this is amazing. So when I started DJing, I was like, I want to make my logo like Gonzo. Like he inspired me for that. So I was like, I want to make my logo, but I don't want to make it the same. I was like, but I love his idea of Inca.
Yeah.
From Peru. I was like, well, mine's gonna be an Aztec, un Azteca. I was like, I don't know how, but I'm gonna make an Aztec one day. So I started DJing, and I was like, I think it's time for a logo.
Yeah. It's points in time.
Yeah, I was like, because nobody was doing logos. I would say out of the people that I knew, Gonzo was the only one with a logo.
Gonzo? He has a tattooed on him.
Oh yeah.
He was like, I'm gonna die with this.
Yeah. So Gonzo was the only one with, but I didn't know what he meant to have a logo. Because now it's like, oh, I'm gonna have a logo, so I'm a DJ, and you're like, yeah, but what's the logo for? Oh, so I can look cool. No, logos are not for that.
Dude, they're for branding.
Exactly, you just said the magic words.
Dude, it's like that. It's like you want people to recognize you at like when for like as something simpler than your image.
Exactly. So I didn't know back then exactly, and then I saw his logo, and I was like, man, because Gonzo was a brand. Everywhere. He was DJing congresses in Europe, congresses all over the US, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, man, this guy is, like, dynamite. I was like, no, I wanna get my logo. So I talked to a friend from Houston. His name is Andrew Orjuela. I don't know if you met him.
No.
From Houston. You've seen him before.
Probably.
He's one of the Houston Congress from the committee. So I was like, hey, bro, since you design flyers and everything, do you do logos? He's like, yeah. And I was like, can you make me a logo? He's like, sure.
Andrew
Orjuela. So he's like, sure. What do you want? So I remember I went to Google, and I typed Aztec with a serpent right here. So he gave me an image, and I was just looking for images, and I found one, and I was like, oh, something like this. So I sent it to him. And then he's like, why are you sending me that? I was like, so you can make me that. He's like, no, that's not your material. And I was like, okay, well, it's not my material, but can you make something similar? Because it's an Aztec. Nobody owns the Aztecs. And then he's like, no, bro, you can't do that. You gotta, like, get inspired by something, and then we'll go from there. I was like, all right, we'll get inspired by this. And then make me something.
We'll get inspired by this.
And then he's like, well, you know that it's not going to be cheap. I was like, I know, but give me a payment plan, bro. That was like in July, maybe, yeah, that was like before BIG. But I thought it was going to take him like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. It was July, and then August, and then September, and I was like, bro, where's my logo, man? No, I haven't got time, blah, blah, blah. Like, I need my logo, like, running out of time. I want the logo before Red and Black. He's like, well, no promises, bro, but I'm super busy. So guess what? I grabbed the same image and I sent it to Jaime. You know Jaime? Jaime Contreras. He's another graphic designer. So I was like, bro, can you make me a logo? What do you want? I was like, something like this. Well, that fool, he's always like, he's the one who's always like helping me with logos and a bunch of stuff. I love him. So that fool grabbed the same image and he put it on the same thing. So he showed it to me and I was like, nah, bro, I don't want that.
Nah, bro.
I'm gonna go back and look for that logo.
That's the same picture, dog.
Yeah, and then I was like, no. And then he was like, something like that. I'm like, no, man. He's like, well, that's from what you told me. I'm like, no, I don't want that. But I feel bad telling him like, oh, it's bad.
Like,
So I was like,
it's not bad.
I was
It's
like,
just the same picture I gave you.
I was like, just leave it like, but it wasn't a logo. It was more of an image.
Gotcha.
So I was like, but I didn't know it was an image. I was just like, so I was like, just leave it like that. I'm gonna put it on hold, the project. And I
Did
went
you
back.
get it for Red and Black?
No, hold on. I went back to Andrew, and it was already late September because Red and Black it's in October.
Mm-hmm.
So I was Andrew. Where's my logo? Oh man, blah, blah, blah. I haven't got time. I think I started it, and he sent me like a draft. I didn't like. It was totally different than what it is. And I was like, what the hell is this, bro? And then he's like, well, that's just something I can fix it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, bro, I'm running out of time, man. I got a week for Red and Black. He's like, nah, I don't think it's gonna be ready by Red and Black. I'm like, man, because I was gonna announce it. So 2 weeks after Red and Black, he was drunk at some bar. I don't know. And he sends me a picture of a napkin. I think he was with his friends, and he got creative, and then he drew it, and then sent me the picture, and I'm like, I was looking at it like upside down, and like, what the hell is this?
Mm-hmm.
Like, no, it's go like this. I'm like, oh.
Okay.
I was like, still, I don't like it, man. I'm like, and he goes like, well, this is just an idea. Let me work with the colors. I think you're gonna like it. He goes like, well, what colors do you want? And I was like, well, my favorite ones are neon blue and yellow. Like, okay, easy enough. So a week later, he sends me the logo. He's like, here it is. I'm not doing no changes.
Mm-hmm.
And then he sent it to me. He's like, this is the final one, bro. I'm tired of your logo already. He was being sarcastic, and I looked at it and I was like, man, I don't like this. I was like, what the hell is this? I was like, the hair? Like, I didn't want that hair to be that high.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted like to be like 3D. I was thinking about my logo more to be like 3D.
Oh.
Like on the side. Like that's what I was thinking.
I see what you're saying.
So like a week later, I was like, bro, I wanted like a 3D. He's like, bro, that's not a logo, that's an image. If you want something,
that's what I was about to say too. I was like,
yeah, if you want
most
something,
logos aren't like 3D.
if you want something 3D, automatically becomes an image. Because you gotta add more. I don't know. He gave me like a freaking term. I don't know what it was. I don't remember. So he goes like, no, that's what it is, man. Just suck it up, baby. Just deal with it, man. And then I was like, I guess. So I started looking at it for about a week, and I was like, I don't like this thing. I was like, but I like the colors, and I like certain things about it. So I sent him a text again, and I was like, bro, so fine, I'll use it. How much I owe you? Oh, this and that. Cool. And I was like, what's a good thing so I can... No. And then he goes like, now it's time to brand yourself. Everybody knows you now. Now brand it. Take it outside. Get out of your bubble. Blah, blah, blah. This and that. And then I was like, how can I do that? He goes like, well, I will say to do t-shirts. So everybody does t-shirts and they work. Mm-hmm. And then from there, do stickers. Yep. And I was like, stickers for what? He'll like, do stickers. Either they can put it in their fridge, they can put it in their phone. And I was like, nobody's gonna freaking put it in their phone. Because everybody on Facebook, they always trolling me and everything. And just back and forth. That's like talking crap, but in a good way. So I was like, nobody's gonna do that. So I remember when I ordered the stickers, actually that one I gave you, that's one of the original ones from the first order.
Oh, nice.
I still got like 6 left out of an order of 400 that I made. I spent all my money on 400 freaking stickers because they were like $1.50 or something.
$1.50 each?
Yeah, it was. They were expensive.
For a fucking...
No, because the quality, they're very good. So
$1.50 a sticker?
Yeah, they were expensive.
That's expensive sticker.
So I got a bunch of them, and I remember I walked into Semenea and there was this lady, and then I was like, here, I'm gonna give it to you. And she's like, oh, thank you, this is so, Homero, I'm so proud of you. I was like, well, yeah, that's my logo. That's so awesome. Is it a sticker? I was like, yeah. Oh, fine, for my phone. I was like, just joking. Because I thought the sticker was too big for the phones.
She still has it on there to this day.
No, and then she just, boom. And then I was like, oh my gosh, she did it. I was like, hold on, can you post? Can I take a picture? She's like, sure. I was like, do you mind if I post it on Facebook? No, go for it. So I was like, here, the DJ Plaziuz stickers are here. Who wants one? Boom! Everybody wanted one. So during the first month, everybody had a freaking sticker in the phone.
Oh, okay.
And I was just like, man, I never thought about this. So they helped me get my name more out there. And then I got the T-shirts. So a lot of people started like supporting me.
T-shirts, guys.
Oh yeah, look, I gained a little bit of weight, but yeah.
We're matching.
We're matching. So I got some red ones, I got orange, I got maroon, I got green. I got different ones, but I gained weight, so I'm right in the closet. So yeah, I got a bunch of different colors just to see which ones were better. So I got that. That was.
I want the T-shirts. I could just ask you.
What's that?
Cause I got this T-shirt from you. That's the only place you sell them through you.
Yeah, I don't really sell them online or anything.
Mm-hmm.
So to make it short, that happened. I fell in love with my logo months after.
Gotcha.
I started getting compliments from people, so I was like, I guess it's nice.
Mm-hmm.
So eventually I was like, it's badass, and I started getting people telling me like all these feedback and, bro, where did you get that idea? And I was like, I'll be honest, I didn't copy Gonzo. Gonzo inspired me. And then a bunch of, there's haters too, and they're like, no, you just copied it from blah 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 Gonzo. And I was like, I didn't copy Gonzo. It was like, it just inspired me.
Mm-hmm.
So I started DJing more congresses and then more socials. I started, the first year was busy, the second year was busier, the third was ridiculous bad. Fourth, this past one, 2019, it was horrible. It was like trip after trip after trip, and like I couldn't keep up, man. So during those 6 years, eventually I was getting work. And then in 2020, I was like, I need to slow down.
Okay.
Because he wears you out.
I bet, man.
The first 2 years, it was driving. There was a few times that I was DJing like 5 times a week. So I was starting on Tuesday at Semenea, and then Wednesday I was going to Austin before we had Algo Nuevo.
Mm-hmm.
So Austin, and then on Thursday I had to come back to San Antonio, and then from San Antonio on Friday I was DJing in Dallas, and then from Friday I was DJing Saturday in Houston, and then from Houston we had a Sunday thing over here, so it was like this, bro, and I was doing it like 3 weeks, 4 weeks back to back. And I remember after I was finished, I was like, oh my god, it was just the driving because it's too many hours. So my car broke down like maybe like 2 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
It has almost 300,000 miles.
Yeah, okay, you got your miles out of it.
I got the miles out of it. And I remember my mom, like one time I hit a deer, and then my mom was like, fix that car. I was like, nah, it's gonna break down any minute. So she used to give me a hard time about that car.
Yeah.
So now that she sees me with a different car, she's like, about time. So, but yeah, man, thank God this year I slowed down a little bit. Well, not a little bit, a whole bunch.
Gotcha.
So now I'm in the at that stage of my life as a DJ that I can say no to gigs.
Nice.
Before saying no, it was like forbidden. They're like, no, bro, you're saying no to work.
Mm-hmm.
No, bro, like they're not gonna hire you anymore. No, man, don't do that. So I was taking advantage of everything. They were like, no, you can only DJ one set, but I was like, you know what? Those people don't know me, and I don't know those people. Let's do it. So I was hungry, and I will see all the DJs that started with me. Like, I'm not saying salsa, but at the same time, like different genres. They fell off.
Yeah.
Because they were like, nah, I don't want that gig, and I'm not making enough money. But in my mind, I was like, if I'm not making enough money right now, I'm gonna make enough money later.
That's what's up, dude.
So I was just boom, hustling, and then boom, one after the other, and then eventually I started getting burned out. Well, I would say it's like a cycle. I get burned out every 4 months, but I need to just relax. Still listen to music, but just relax. Because the moment you start getting burned out, you get bored of what you're doing. So you start playing music.
That's an interesting.
You start playing, and then you're not feeling it. You're just like, it can be the same playlist from 2 months ago that maybe in Austin you had everybody like this or dancing and everybody was giving you compliments. You can play the same thing, but you're not feeling it. So guess what? When you're not feeling it, the floor doesn't feel it. or that plays the synth. So the person that always feels it, that he's always giving me a hard time, is Lee. Sometimes I don't notice those things. They just happen. But sometimes, like, let's say I'm playing and the music gets a little weak. He's at the other side of the bar. He sends me a text. That music is whack. And I was just like, this guy. But I turn around and I start listening to it, and I'm like, yeah, I guess he's right. Yeah. So I started. So I've been watching your videos, and they've been about an hour. So
that's something about.
Can you cut it like? Can you cut like 4 hours?
Something like that. So
it's gonna be in pieces.
Yeah. Any night that you want to promote, anything that you want to?
Yeah. Well, we got so much stuff going on, but we got Wednesdays every Wednesday. We got a new spot, Europa.
Europa. I liked it. It was pretty cool.
Europa Restaurant and Grill, I think. Yeah. It's a long name.
Yeah.
So that's every Wednesday. And then we got the Seminea Social every month. And then we got Una Más every month, which is bachata, as many of you know. And what else? And then we're working on 2 new projects. But I think we're just gonna do one because we got so much stuff in town that we don't want to make people spend so much money. It's not about making money, making you rich. It's about giving a good quality event. That's what it is at the end of the day. But yeah, stay tuned for that one.
All right.
The new one. It's gonna be on a Friday.
All right. Do you have any questions for me?
Of course, man. Why are you wearing that shirt? When I gave you a medium, now it's extra small. What's wrong with you?
It's still a medium, bro. I just got a little bit bigger in it.
Just a little bit. Don't worry, I'm the same.
All them tacos and drinking, dude. I just been doing too
Good thing
much.
I don't drink.
Yeah, man. The tacos, I think, is what kills it the most. I don't even drink that much, dude.
I do.
I don't drink that much, dude. To be honest, I get drunk off like 2 beers. So.
Yeah, I remember last time, bro. I still got footage. Hit me up if you want to see it. I'll put a link on Instagram. But yeah, here's another question that I'm thinking about. So what do you think about the San Antonio Latin scene?
Dude, I love it, dude, to be honest. I came from Denver, and Denver's really small, dude.
There's smaller than San Antonio?
Small.
Well, the scene, right? The city, is it bigger?
The city is smaller. It's more condensed. It's more small, like as in like you could drive across it really fast. It's like smaller, more condensed.
It's faster than here?
Yeah, but San Antonio's so big. I don't know if the amount of people is the same.
The land, I think.
Yeah, the land. Like San Antonio's really big in land. Then Denver's a lot smaller.
So it's tighter.
It's tighter. So the people are that. But there's not a big Latin dance community out there, and that's where I started. It's really cool. It's really, really cool. The Rocky Mountains are cool. Everything about Denver is really cool. Yeah, the Latin dancing is kind of small, and
San Antonio used to be small in the scene, but now we got.
I feel like it's kind of getting big, dude.
It's growing every time. It's every month.
I feel like it's growing a lot.
There's new faces coming in, but keep in mind that it's a cycle. Some people they step out, some people walk in. So yeah, you get better dancers, you get non-dancers, and then the best dancers, they start leaving because they start getting married, they start getting pregnant, they moved out of town, whatever, you name it.
Gotcha.
So that's what happens in the scenes, but it's good because
but I like it a lot, dude. I love it, to be honest. I don't think I'm gonna move here anytime soon.
I think you're like I'm living here till I'm old.
I wouldn't say that, but I think I want to be part of the community. You know?
So far, so good, right?
Yeah.
Like, let's see what happens the next 20 years.
20 years, bro. 20 years.
I'm gonna have like 20 kids.
And hopefully by then I have 1 million subscribers. So remember to subscribe, guys.
Right? Not 1 million, 2 million. Yeah. Let's be realistic, please.
Yeah.
You're going too low on your numbers, bro.
What's
wrong with you?
20 years? It's like 20,000 more interviews.
Maybe we're not gonna have YouTube.
Yeah, dude. Who knows? But guys, that is the episode, and we'll see you guys next time. Deuces.
Second part. No.